It's IT. I got another game review for y'all. This Csun versus UCLA. Let's get into it. So this is the first Csun game I've watched this season, and I was thoroughly impressed. I'm not sure if this is how they always play defensively, but really defensively they were keyed in. They sped up UCLA, and UCLA's main would look like their game plan was, and the vocal point of their offense was Adem Bona. They were trying to feed him and get him going. But Csun just did a great job of trapping down every time and making Bona make a decision. And that led to a lot of turnovers, a lot of, ill-advised passes, and that really just played to their benefit, making Bona make a decision. And also something I think, and like this is really honestly my first UCLA game I watched this year too. So just getting a feel for them, getting to see what they could do is pretty good. It seems like Nick Cronin wants to really run the offense through Bona, which is kind of a different look, in my opinion, because it's always been for the past couple of years. I can't say it's always been, but for the past couple of years, Nick Cronin has had great guards from Tiger Campbell and Johnny Juzang, Jaime Jaquez, Jules. So it's kind of a different look for me, to see him kind of run through the big. And, they had Singleton, who he was a big, but Singleton was very undersized in my opinion. I think Singleton was only like 6'4", but he played the four because, like I said, those guys played in those other positions, except for like Jaime, I guess you could say. But yeah, you Usun shut it down, or Csun. I say Usun. Csun shut it down very early, and it was bad to the point to where Bona had to get taken out. Like he wasn't even in foul trouble. He wasn't, you know, he just was turning the ball over a lot. And one thing, well, two things I think he has to learn. But the second thing is my second point. The first thing is just keeping the ball at a high point, because nobody there could really, really had pre-pause. No one had the size to match up with Bona. And with that being said, it's like you can't put the ball low. You can't turn and dribble. And, when you get it at a high, when you get fed high, keep it high and turn and score. Because anytime he would bring it down to his chest, bring it down to his waist, it's getting swiped. It's a jump ball. And that just played, right into what Csun wanted. So Bona struggled. But overall, UCLA as a team struggled at the line. It seemed like they couldn't buy a free throw. But the first half was really rough for them. But then the second half, Sebastian Mack, goodness gracious, this guy he can get to the rim whenever he wants. And he showed that. He either got to the rim and finished or got to the rim and got fouled. So he really was a great spark for this UCLA team. He definitely ignited them. And then he really ended up getting his teammates going too, specifically Andrews, specifically Dylan Andrews. Even he started getting going, and it was just back and forth. Dylan Andrews one possession, Sebastian Mack another. Dylan Andrews just scoring back to back. So those guys really started keeping them in the game. Stefanovic kind of struggled. He showed up in the first half a little bit with making, one or two threes, but this game pretty quiet for him. But yeah, great game from Csun, and they got some hoopers, of course. If this year, and I like this year of college basketball a lot because this shows people who don't really watch college basketball that and especially for the younger generation and stuff like this, that divisions don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like D1, D2, and all these different conferences don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like there's hoopers everywhere. Gianni Hunt really kept Csun. He really just did his thing in the first half of the game. I mean, he scored a couple of times in the second half, but not as much as he didn't really have the same effect as he did in the first half. The second half was more towards Keontae Jones. So yeah, but I enjoy watching the game. Well, I enjoy watching all these games. So props to CSUN, props to UCLA. I haven't got to watch. I usually like watching the post game interview too, so I'll see what Nick Cronin has to say about this. But he'll probably say, of course, the given, free throws, because they just were terrible at free throws, and they only lost by four or 5 points. So with that being said, like, they made it to the line. They were CSUN was, or UCLA was in the bonus, or well, they were in the bonus really pretty early, and the UCLA was in the bonus pretty early in the second half. So, if you make 4 of those free throws, it's OT, and if you make 5, you win the game. So, little stuff like that is huge, and just finishing at the rim, missing layups that you should be making. But anyway, like I say, great game from both teams. I enjoy watching it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Share this to the team. Share this to your friends. And I'm out.